Now I want to show you a little trick that I like to use for burning around in a circle. First, I like to set this down in the bottom. This is just an empty can from olives, and leave it whole, don't cut out the bottom. If you do cut out the bottom, you'll get a direct airflow right through the bottom, and we're not trying to get that. What we want to get is we want to get the air to come around and cook around with us. Then I'm going to take and put some rocks in here that is kind of going to be like the starting line. Now it's best if those rocks have been tempered, so either heat them up in your grill a little bit on low just to make sure for a couple hours so there's no air pockets in them that could explode, or you could do it in the vertical smoker itself on one of the times when you're not actually cooking, but you just want to get a low heat on them for a long period of time to make sure that they don't explode during a regular cook. The next thing that we're going to do is we're going to lay in some wood chunks. Now, a couple of people commented on one of the videos that we could just throw wood in on the top, and of course you could do that, but I like it to burn through in kind of a timed manner. So I'll throw these in here like this, and then I'll just put a couple of these in here just like that. You can put more in if you want more in there. Remember to make sure that they don't touch each other. If they do touch each other or close enough, they will actually act like a fuse, and once one starts catching on fire, the next one will catch on fire, and so on, and it'll light your whole thing on fire, and it'll defeat the purpose of getting a low and slow smoke from them. So now we have the charcoal here, and this is just a standard Kingsford. You use what you like the best. My favorite was the Weber charcoal briquettes, but I can't find them, and it appears that they don't make them anymore. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to set a couple of pieces up here next to the rocks, and I just want to make sure that they're going to hold in place, so that way I can dump a bunch in here. And I'm just going to go ahead and cut for a second while I load the charcoal in here. So now that we have the amount of charcoal that I want to be loaded in here, I'm going to explain this to you a little bit. This is the starting point. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put the lit charcoal right here, and then we want to get it to burn around in what would be similar to a minion method. Or it's kind of almost like a hybrid steak method, but there's a little bit more charcoal than we would normally use on the snake method, and this way you'll get the temperature you want. So it will burn around like the clock, and it'll just generate the amount of heat we need and take it over the time. So now that that's ready, we'll go ahead and check the charcoals, and they look perfect. I'll go ahead and dump them in right here in the starting position. I'm going to do it nice and slow, but I have the tongs right here to reposition them if I need to. So a couple of them missed the mark, so I'll just go ahead and move them over like this. Now I can leave it like this and let it go for a while, or what I can do is I can blast it with a little bit of air. So I've got it burning the way I want it to burn, and we're going to just let it sit there for a second,